Troma Tv, the creation of Robocop, and the creators of Seven bring us a new killer, all on this Wednesday edition of
Spill the Guts.
I like it spooky.
Hello and welcome. My name is Clint, and in between co-hosting the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast every other week, owning, creating, and traveling the HorrorCon circuit with InkMirrors.com, involvement in the film community, and potentially stepping back into the haunted attraction arena after a lengthy hiatus can be found right here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, bringing you this Horror News Blitz Roundup. Today is Wednesday, August 30th, and this just in. First story of the day comes to us from HorrorSociety.com, who reports that Troma Entertainment Inc., the world's longest-running, most iconic independent film studio, has announced that it will be partnering with Invincible Entertainment to create a fast channel on which to deliver Troma's vast library of one-of-a-kind motion pictures directly to consumers. Quote, "In this, our 50th year of operation, we're so happy to be working with Invincible Entertainment to unleash our first fast channel, Troma TV," said Troma president and creator of The Toxic Avenger, Lloyd Kaufman. Thomas Ashley, founder and CEO of Invincible Entertainment, added, quote, "Troma Entertainment is a brand that will forever live in infamy as a leader in genre cinema and independent film. I have been a personal fan of their films since my teens. The Invincible team and I are very excited to be bringing the Troma world to streaming TV as a great new way for fans to engage with the content they love." The article does not specify if this will coexist with the current pay-to-view streaming channel Troma Now or be a replacement. Regardless, between this announcement and the recent Toxic Avenger remake, it's obvious, and thankfully so, that Troma Entertainment has no plans on leaving us anytime soon. The plan to launch Troma TV is currently in the works with an eye towards a Christmas release.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Next up from Rue Morgue is news that a Screambox original 4-part docuseries, RoboDoc, the creation of Robocop, premiered yesterday on August 29th, and new hour-long episodes will follow weekly through September 19th. Featuring exclusive insight from stars Peter Weller, Nancy Allen, Ronnie Cox, Ray Wise, Kurtwood Smith, director Paul Verhoeven, writers Edward Newmere and Michael Miner, special effects legends Phil Tippett, and more, RoboDoc offers an in-depth look at the making and impact of the trailblazing 1987 dystopian action classic. Part man, part machine, all cop, RoboCop burst onto the scene as the cinematic landscape began to shift in the late 80s, and artificial intelligence was capturing the public's imagination. The boundary-pushing film spawned an unlikely franchise that includes 2 sequels, an animated series, and a Hollywood remake, along with comic books, video games, toys, and merchandise galore, not to mention a guest spot on World Championship Wrestling at one time.
Wait a minute, the Horsemen are already up. They just threw Sting in the cage. That Cornette was in. Sting has been caged by the Horsemen, but here comes RoboCop, Bob.
RoboDoc, the creation of Robocop, is co-directed by Chris Griffiths and Eastwood Allen, and produced by Gary Smart. The trio previously collaborated on Hollywood Dreams and Nightmares, the Robert Englund story, Pennywise, the story of It, and You're So Cool, Brewster, the story of Fright Night, all of which are available on Screambox. I will include a link to this Rue Morgue article on the I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast Facebook page, which includes episode release dates and content breakdowns, as well as a brief teaser trailer for the project.
I'd buy that for $1.
And now, as mandated by the OCP, it is time to pause for station identification and hear from our podcast network, the PFPN.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
Last story of the day comes to us from BloodyDisgusting.com, who reports that there is a new surprise in the box.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Director David Fincher and writer Andrew Kevin Walker made magic together when they joined forces for Seven back in the 90s, and they reunite for this year's brand new feature, The Killer. Aside from Seven, Andrew Kevin Walker's writing credits also include 8mm, which featured Nicolas Cage, Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow, and the 2010 version of The Wolfman. As for Fincher, he's been working with Netflix on various projects in recent years, including 2020's feature film Mank and the series Mindhunter, which may be no more. The Killer will premiere only on Netflix on November 10th of this year, but we've also learned that the streaming service will be bringing Fincher's latest to select theaters in October. The upcoming movie will adapt Alexis Nolan's same-titled series of graphic novels, with Andrew Kevin Walker scripting and David Fincher directing. In the thriller, after a fateful near miss, an assassin battles his employers and himself on an international manhunt he insists isn't personal. And that's a wrap on your Wednesday news. Don't forget that you can connect with the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast on all mainstream social media platforms, and to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss a thing, like the new feature episode set to release this coming Sunday. Be sure to join me back here this coming Friday to find out what that coming episode is all about, and for more news on another edition of
Spill the Guts.
Hey, what's wrong with you, man? Show some fucking respect for the dead, will ya?
I'd buy that for $1.